without you noticing while you're standing in line. Okay, who did it? Who stole the thing? Come on, fess up. I love the idea, like, you get a free ticket if you stole something. It's like, kind of is the wrong incentive message. Normally it's jail or something like that, but here in Supernatural Land, you get a free ticket.
No, not a free ticket, like a free pass. Like, yes, you're fine.
Oh, a free pass! Like, you can go home.
Yes.
I get it.
We won't beat you senseless.
I don't know English that well.
Maybe.
We won't beat them senseless?
Maybe.
Maybe. See, now then the incentive isn't strong enough for them to turn it in. Okay, well, shall we do this in the traditional fashion where you say something and then I say something?
Hi. I'm Eva from Spain.
Oh, Spain! Lovely place, I hear.
And I saw you on Girl Interrupted.
Yes.
And I wanted to ask you 2 questions. First question, how it was like to work with Winona Ryder? Mm-hmm. And second question, did you meet Jared Leto on the set in the film?
You make it sound like that is the most exciting possible thing that could have happened to me on the set. I'm like, I get to meet Jared Leto.
Maybe you're like fangirling on him or something. I don't know.
No, I did not meet Jared Leto, sadly. I did, however, I was fairly new to acting at this point, and they gave me this kind of 1960s hippie vest thing that had like a lot of laces on it, and I couldn't for the life of me figure out how to put it on. So I was struggling with it in my trailer. I was like, I don't know what to do. This is crazy. I don't know how to put this on. So I went into the hair and makeup trailer, and there was a woman in there who looked kind of, grungy, who was, I was like, hey, excuse me, can you help me, tie this thing on? I'm kind of stuck. And she helped me put it on, and I was like, that's actually a little tight. Can you loosen it a little bit? She loosened it up for me. I was like, that's better, thank you. Turns out that was Angelina Jolie. I had no idea. And it was, Winona Ryder was very sweet. She's very small. She likes to steal things. I don't know if you know that about her. And that's all I can tell you about Girl Interrupted. No, that's not. I have another story about Girl Interrupted. So I got there, and they were like, the director was like, I have one really, they had I was in 2 scenes, but they cut one of them, so I have 1 scene really in the movie, small part. And they were like, I think you need a haircut. And I was like, okay. So I went into the trailer, got a haircut, and I came out, and the director was like, what the hell is that? You need another haircut. So for about 6 hours, Angelina Jolie and Winona Ryder and your friend Jared were waiting for me in my hair saga, and the producer and the director, who were married to each other, got into a big fight about my hair. One of them thought it should be long, one thought it should be short, and I was like, stop it. I was new to acting, and now I love it when everyone waits for my hair. But at the time, it made me nervous. I don't know what else I can tell you about Girl Interrupted. I mean, I'm really sort of milking this for all it's worth. Apparently, we were shooting in an old mental asylum, and we had our trailers parked around there. And apparently, one of the guys on the crew who was working in Transpo, which is the department that takes care of the trailers and stuff, told me that Angelina Jolie's trailer was filled with used dildos. Yes, true story. Probably not something that I'm supposed to talk about, but whatever.
Thank you.
Yeah, that'll show you to ask questions. So there's one person over here as well. You know, normally at these events, I don't know why I've decided I need a wand today to make my point. Normally, and it's a very floppy, sort of feeble, flaccid wand, but whatever, it still works. I'll make you disappear. And then reappear over here. Normally at these events, there's a long line of people asking questions, and you can't get through the line. Please, come in, make yourself at home. Put your feet up. Relax, find a friend to sit on. What? Oh, I guess my question for all of you is, what are you so afraid of? Yeah, something, I don't know what.
Hi, I've heard that you are not going to be regular next season.
Yes?
And I want to know why, because you are a famous character for Supernatural. And are you happy with that? Because maybe you have other projects?
You're trying to feed me the answer? Yes, I'm very happy. No, as the case may be, I actually don't really know what's happening with me next year on Supernatural. I should probably phone them up and talk to them about that.
Maybe.
Evidently, I'm not supposed to talk about that. Cut him off. Take him off stage. Get him in the car. Fly him back to LA and put him in a black box. So I actually don't know what's going on. You know, I have been doing like 12 episodes a season for the last few years. I don't know what season 7 is going to hold. You know. No, you don't know. But I guess the point is, neither do I. So, there you go. Do you want to ask something else? Because that was sort of unsatisfying.
Other projects, maybe?
Other projects? No, not really. No, not really.
Okay.
That sucks, right? Yeah, okay, I'm trying to find work. Nobody wants me. It's kind of depressing. I'm kidding. That's not true. I'm not trying to find work. No, I have not. I have not been working on other stuff recently. Kind of by choice. Like I'm doing this right now instead. I went to what's the name of that country that looks like a boot? Has a capital of Rome. I went to Italy for a couple of weeks, and then I went to Brazil for a couple of weeks. I'm not somebody who normally takes actual vacations, and it was kind of nice to just, you know what, I'm not going to try to, I told my agents to fuck off, and I just went and took some time off. So, and of course what that means is no, that I don't have anything going on right now. That's the disadvantage of telling your agent to fuck off, is you don't have a job. But I don't know what's going on. I know that they want me back some, I don't know how much. You know, I mean, obviously the show would be, you know, at its strongest if it was just me all the time. So maybe that's the direction they're going in. Maybe the status of series regular wasn't big enough. They want like series heart is my new title. No, I don't think that's gonna happen. You want to ask another question?
It's okay, thank you.
No, you're very good. Let's keep going.
No, I don't.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, you must have something. Yeah.
Maybe other projects not related.
I think you have a Yeah, well, not related to acting.
Exactly. Maybe.
Oh, you're kind of opening up the field.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, I do have other things going on. But what are they? It's hard to say. I have a group of friends that we've formed an art collective called 20,000 Parades, and we're doing some projects. That's things like I don't know if anyone saw the on the traffic island.
Yes.
the slaying of the dead tree and transplanting it. We're installing a vending machine in a few weeks, maybe 2 weeks, in LA's kind of poshest mall that just dispenses bags of smell. And some of the smells are pretty fucking disgusting. Things like that. I'm writing. I have a baby, and you know, I'm trying to teach him to drive a car. Yeah, whatever. You know, he's 9 months, almost 9 months old, but he still acts like a baby. Oh my God, I was literally about to start telling you all, but they're like, oh my God, he walks. No, he doesn't walk, but he does all the things that little are supposed to do, which I find very exciting. What? What did you call him? What about him? Tell us about the baby. That's incredibly boring stuff. You know how people with babies are like, hey, you want to see a picture of my baby? And you're like, no. All babies look the same. I don't know why you can't see that. You applaud, but now I'm like, he is actually, he happens to be very cute. Take a look. I don't know what happens. There's some switch that gets miswired in your head when you have a baby, and suddenly you think, this is adorable, and everybody wants to see it, which is of course not true. I don't know what to tell you. He doesn't like food, but he loves, he likes tits, and he likes sand. He finds sand delicious. So if you go to the beach with him, and then you come back, the next day you have a diaper full of shitty sand. Which is very cleansing, as I understand. How old is he? 9 months. Yeah, but still, again, like I said, still very immature.
Haiti.
Haiti. Not a question, not a comment, just a single word. Haiti. What about Haiti?
Well, another thing you're working on.
Oh, another thing I'm working on. Thank you for filling me in. I forgot about that. Yes, this thing. I forgot I was going to Haiti. I keep forgetting. And I haven't gotten any of my shots, so I'll be getting typhoid. We don't get typhoid there, do we? Where are you?
Misha?
Yes. What diseases are we worried about? Malaria. Typhoid? Hep A, B? Nah, big deal.
Cholera.
Cholera, yeah. Cholera's no big deal, as long, yeah. You are worrying about it? Oh, methylquin and larium are the ones that you want to steer clear of, because those will make you crazy. Those are the once-a-week pills. Don't take those. You are taking them right now? Yeah. You're losing your mind. Great. It'll be fun. It'll be like an infirmary. Hi.
Hi, I'm Lorena.
Hi, Lorena.
If you could...
Have you asked questions before?
No.
Is this your first time?
Yeah.
How does it feel? Are you nervous?
Yeah.
Yes. What can I do to make it more difficult for you? Is there anything that I can do to make this more uncomfortable for you?
What?
Is that helping? Yeah.
I don't know.
Did you? Let me ask you this. Did you have to work up the courage to ask the question? Why am I so mean? This is okay. Hi. Hi. Yes. Hi. So, you have a question? Yes. How long have you been thinking about the question?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, like an hour, a week, all year? Since you first have a memory?
Hours, but I.
Hours. Okay. And now do you regret that you're asking it? Yeah, a little bit. She said yes. Okay, what is it?
If you could play another supernatural character,
Yes.
which one would you choose?
Which character would I play? That's a really good question. I probably would play. You mean like I could be anyone in the cast?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say. Whoa.
You should know better.
The Impala. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Jim Beaver's hat. Bobby Singer's hat, that is. I've always wanted to sit on top of him. So, yeah, maybe the hat.
Bobby.
Pardon me? Oh, fucking hell, it's not you guys again, is it? This is the Sebastian bathroom corner. Unbelievable. I should have made you move to the back a long time ago. What? Who's not coming? He's not coming? You couldn't get him to come. Too much, huh? It was too far. I can tell by some of the sour expressions in the audience that a line was crossed just now. Even though it was a pun, it was too much. So, okay. Was this a satisfying experience for you? Would you do it again?
I don't understand you.
I know, but you have a translator right there who seems befuddled, doesn't know what to do. Yeah.
And I
Probably-
wouldn't do.
You wouldn't do it
You
again?
know.
Probably not, yeah.
No.
This is not, it's not for you. No. Do you want to give any kind of feedback? Like things that we can do to improve the experience in the future? Like a customer satisfaction survey. She just wants to sit down so badly.
Okay.
Yeah. Because honest feedback really helps.
I don't know.
Can you go? May I please be excused? You know what? Sit down, come back in a little bit when you're ready to ask another question. Thank you. You know what? You win a bottle of water. Can you pass this back to her, please? And don't duck, just catch it. Yes, that's that's you are the best question of the day. So, good work. Hi.
Hi. Do you know that many actors become singers or musicians? And I was wondering if you like music and you would do the same. You would form a rock band or something? As Castiel or Misha, I don't know. With Sebastian, maybe?
You know, I would love to be in a band with Sebastian. The problem is he'd be humping my leg the whole time. And we'd never... He's like one of those little, like horny dogs. It just comes up and is just like on everything, right? And you're always like, get up, Sebastian, no, Sebastian, stop it, man. Like you mean like William Shatner? Has anyone heard his rendition of Strawberry Fields?
Yes.
Most of you haven't, and that's terrible.
It's brilliant.
You need to all be going home and Googling that and listening to it. It's the worst thing that you will ever hear in your life. Maybe that could be my challenge, to create music that's even worse than William Shatner's Strawberry Fields. Something that no one thought was possible. I do it. I have thought about forming a band and doing sort of like a hit song. I'm not a musician or a singer, but that hasn't stopped me from thinking about that. You know, because a lot of these people aren't really very good, right? They just have good producers and they can lip sync well, so how hard can it be, right? Why do you have some material for me or something?
Maybe.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's hear some of it.
I don't think. I only play the piano, sorry.
Okay, well,
But it's a start.
next time, bring your piano next time.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi. My question is about Nip Tuck. When you did the show, you
Yeah.
worked with Bradley Cooper,
I did.
who is now like a superstar. So what was it like to work with him? Was he nice?
Was he nice?
Yeah.
He was. He was. Yeah, he was great. He was, you could tell why he's become a superstar. He was so unbelievably funny on the set. The writer of Nip Tuck was very kind of controlling, and like everything had to be perfect for him. He's now the executive producer of Glee. Yes, he's doing okay. And so all the dialogue you had to do like spot on, just exactly what he wrote. But Bradley Cooper, it was like, yeah, what script? Fuck that. And he was just improvising the whole time. And every take was different, and every take was hilariously funny. I don't know, so, for those of you who haven't seen it, in Nip Tuck, I play a yoga instructor who's very flexible and who has an enormous cock and can't stop sucking himself off. And he goes in for surgery to have a penis reduction so that he can stop doing this to himself. And then there's a scene where I'm just lying on a table, completely sedated, unconscious for the surgery. And they're like sort of lifting up the sheet and looking under me like, whoa, taking pictures, which is weird because that's actually very true to life. And Bradley Cooper, everything that he was doing in that scene, all I had to do in that scene was lie still and do nothing. And, just be myself. And Bradley Cooper was so funny that I couldn't stop laughing, like shaking with laughter. So they had to change the framing of the shot to be up off me during the dialogue so that they wouldn't see my sheet shaking with laughter. So it was fun. He was funny. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
No, thank you. Yes.
Hi, Misha.
Hi.
I have a question because of Supernatural, the TV show, because of the final scenes.
Oh yeah.
Season 6.
I know what you're talking about.
When Castiel declared himself to be the new god.
Yeah.
There was a scene in season 5 between Dean and Death, when Death told Dean that at the end he's going to reap God. Now I would like to know how you see Castiel react if Death really would show up to reap him in his current state of mind at the end of season 6. What would happen?
Well, I don't know. I forgot about that. Shit. Because that guy's kind of like badass, right? He's gonna kill God?
Yeah.
That's something for me to watch out for, big time.
No, he didn't say he's going to kill God. He said he's going to reap God.
Well, that's
so
sort of the same
if he's dead already
idea.
at that time. Then
Well, you know, maybe what I should do is put in my contract, I will not do any scenes with death. That's not good. Forgot about that. But come on. Death or God? I think God is more powerful, right? More power. Here's my concern. My concern is that Castiel just thinks he's God, and actually it's just, he's kind of crazy, and really he's not God, and then he goes to try to be God, and things don't work out, and he's not as powerful as he thinks. That would suck.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, I want to create a planet, say, and I go to do it, and everyone's watching, and nothing happens. Super embarrassing. So, I hope that he's really as powerful as he thinks he is, and it's not just a complete case of megalomania. That means thinking that you're godlike or something. I don't know what it means, but it's something. So, I'm not really going to answer your question because it's too complicated for me, but if you want to ask something else, because I know that there's a risk that this may be your last convention.
Yeah, it is. Actually, it is. I actually would have another question in mind. You were on set, you did one episode of NCIS.
Yes.
How was it working with Mark Harmon? Because you had a direct scene, as far as I remember him.
Yes.
How was it working on the set of NCIS?
That guy is an unbelievable asshole. Actually, it's funny because he's the nicest guy on television. He's actually, I think about, you know, when you go, when you working as a guest star in television is actually really hard because you come into a set and everybody knows each other and they're all really kind of buddy-buddy and they're bored out of their minds. Like, say, for instance, if you do an episode of, I don't know, Close to Home, maybe. You come on to set and they're like, and this is, I'll be a series regular in a scene with me. And action. So where were you on the night of the September 14th? Like they'll go from playing with their iPhone directly to talking to you and then won't make eye contact with you again and they'll walk off and they'll be like, I mean, it's awful. And you feel like, you're the new kid in class, you don't know anybody, everybody hates me, and it's really kind of it's hard to do. And Mark Harmon, when I came on the set, they were like, Mark would like to meet you. They brought me to his trailer. He said, hey, how you doing? He asked me all about my life. I tricked me into thinking that he actually cared. And since then, I've kind of vowed that when I'm, you know, a regular show, that I'll behave more like that if I can. I mean, obviously, you know, when guest stars come on Supernatural, I just play words with friends and ignore them. But that's not true. Not always true. No, but it actually really makes a difference on the set when people act like that. And I have to say that, you know, for the most part, Jared and Jensen, they're really welcoming, warm people on the set too, except for Jared. And and it makes such a difference on the set. In fact, the crew on Supernatural has been there it's like 90% of the crew on Supernatural have been there from day one of season 1. And that's never the case on a show, because especially not a show that shoots such long hours as Supernatural does. But it's such a good vibe at work. And it's very largely because the people at the top, Jared and Jensen and Serge, the director of photography, and the first ADs, they all just create this atmosphere that's really bonding and welcoming. So that's super important on a show. If you don't have that, it can become miserable and everybody starts hating each other.